Greetings once again, all you hunters out there. Duuz-Diz-Din back again with more Hunter x Hunter. Last time, Heinrich, the underboss of the Ji family, is on a quest to find Hisoka and to take members of the Li family out, specifically their boss. But as he was ambushed by three of them, he easily managed to handle them, killing one of them in the process. Unfortunately, this has drawn some unwanted attention. It's a situation where it's hard to know who to root for, as the motivations of Heinrich and the Ji family is very dubious, especially since they wish to partner with the Phantom Troop. But the Li family, they're a bunch of murderers, as their leader's ability gives them more power with the more people they kill. And with each mafia boss family being supported, either formally or currently, by one of the princes, it's hard to know how this effect will ripple throughout the various hierarchies of the whale ship. Join me as I find out what happens next, won't you? Okay, we see in Hunter x Hunter chapter 392, information. You see a crowd of people at the entrance to the corridor where Heinrich was fighting those members of the Li. The people are shouting, "Soldiers, over here, do something. The shooter went that way. Get back. Don't push. I thought the murderer was caught already." The soldiers say, "Calm down, everyone. Clear the way. Don't worry. Everyone is safe here." The people tell the soldiers, "There was a shootout between mafia families and it looks like someone was hurt. Do something about the Yakuza there. We can't even return to our homes. One got away? There were two of them. They were with a guy who was wounded. Aren't there lots of people missing or dead in the lower tiers?" The soldier says, "Just rumors. The serial killer was arrested. This quarrel was strictly between mafia families." Freaking lying to these people. Some of the people say, "Hey, over there. What? He's alive." And you see Heinrich and the Li member that he killed, Padilla, standing up. How did this happen? The soldiers step towards Heinrich and Padilla. I guess the guy in charge says, "We got a call and we're sent here. Are you hurt? Do you want to press charges?" Padilla says, "I'm fine. We were arguing over who bumped into who, but we're cool now." The soldier says, "You're a GU capo, right?" Wait, no. The person says, "We heard there were shots fired." Fidela says, yes, it wasn't me." Heinrich says, "They fired at me." The soldier says, "You a GU capo, right?" Heinrich says, "Yeah, he's a civilian." The soldier says, "You may go." Fidela says, "Okay, thanks." And he walks towards the crowd, who completely just scatter as he's walking away. They don't really question the fact that he has blood all down the back of his head, or he should have been stabbed by Heinrich. The soldier comes up next to Heinrich and says, "You can't attack civilians. We can't protect you if you're charged with a crime." Heinrich simply says, "I know." Man, I don't know how they pulled off this cover-up. The soldier then whispers to Heinrich, "How much would you pay for info on the whereabouts of the Li boss?" These soldiers are playing both sides. Heinrich says, "A brown paper bag, which means 50 million, as long as it's not bogus info." The soldier smiles and tells Heinrich, "That's quite generous. The rumor of a war must be true." Heinrich says, "Right. Where is she?" The soldier says, "Pay first. I'll tell you after." I don't know. Heinrich says, "No can do. I'll pay after I confirm the vicinity of your info. The veracity of your info." The soldier pauses and then says, "I get where you're coming from, but I'm risking my own life to sell out a mafia boss. I can't have you making up reasons to haggle after the fact." Then 30 million in advance, non-negotiable. Playing some hardball. I would at least think he'd ask for just half. Heinrich questions, "How do I know it's worth it?" The soldier says, "I know the guy in charge of wiring for the shipbuilding. Before boarding, I heard that a worker with a big mouth got snuffed. On a hunch, I dropped a few names, and he gave me a dirty look and told me to shut up. Wiring for rooms that don't exist on the floor plan? Your hideout doesn't use tricks like that, does it?" Okay, that makes sense. And this whole ship was built, there had to be someone who wanted to have something a little bit more private, less accessible. Something not clearly showed on any blueprints. That way their coming and going couldn't be easily tracked by anyone who got a hold of blueprints or any information on the ship. That's pretty smart. Heinrich and the soldier have a bit of a standoff, but Heinrich says, "I'll bring the money. Wait here." but you'll escort me there personally. The soldier says, all right, I'll take part in the police raid. He then informs the people, the situation has been resolved, the hallway is now open. We'll provide additional security for a while. Rest assured, you will all be safe. Heinrich walks off. Oh, what the fuck is that? We then pick up with Padilla, who utterly looks dead, and people keep spotting him and just looking at him like, what the fuck? But what I guess they can't see, and it's probably someone using Nen, there's a woman riding on Padilla's back like a friggin' monkey. Oh, Heinrich said last time he would have to call Misha when he killed Padilla. So this is Misha. It looks like she has a gunshot wound in her head and her eyes look dead. Is she dead too? Okay, I see. We get the info box. Misha Hao, deceased. Former GU member, post-death Nen activated. Zombie girl, La Vie en Rose. The ability activated upon the death of Misha, who was a cleaner, activates when a member of the GU commits murder. It manipulates the corpse until it can be quietly disposed of, then disappear. That's wildly convenient. A power strictly for helping out the GU after her death. Dang, that's dedication. I wonder what happens to this ability should the GU essentially cease to be. And how do you contact Misha? It says that it just activates when a member of the GU commits murder, I guess mostly in public. But how is it able to detect whether someone is a member of the GU or not? Yeah, there's some stipulations there that I gotta question. That's right. Zakuro had spread out his sentient blood across the ship to look for members of the Heili, specifically their leader. The blood seems to spot one person, tall black man. Sakura says, oh, another one, this way, as Lynch says where. The two approach the guy with his his two friends, and Lynch says, are you Hisoka? Why would they ask if he's Hisoka? What would make them think he's Hisoka? Weird. The man stops in front of Lynch and questions what? Lynch asks again, is your name Hisoka? The man just kind of smiles and says, so who? No, you've got the wrong. Lynch then punches the guy in the stomach, and because of her ability, body, and soul, which is still kind of wild because she can punch the answers out of someone. She punches the guy in the stomach, and the answer, no, I'm not, comes out. Naturally, the guy, not really expecting to just get friggin' gut-checked like that, just doubles over, and his friends just go to him and it's just like, what was that for? Are you okay? We're calling the police. Lynch just simply walks away saying, he's not him. Next. Sakura says, yeah, seems like it. What made him think that it was Hisoka, though? Honestly speaking, they would have died on the spot if that was the case. If it was Hisoka. Lynch says, ZU is looking for someone. Get in our way and you're dead. If you got a problem with us, go to our hideout on Tier 4. I'm sure they'll compensate you. Lynch, why would you say that? Of all things. I know that there's some kind of strict, guideline for the mafias to follow, but just to out yourself like that, weird. He's just there. He's literally just there. Wait a minute. Okay, hold on. That got so weird because I'm like, with his textured surprise and his bungee gum and this, that, and the other, Hisoka would be so naturally hard to spot. But, okay, we see Lynch and Zakuro just walking through the crowd. Zakuro says, oh, another one, this way. Lynch says, say, here's a thought. Why don't we skip the ones who obviously aren't Hisoka? Sakura says, we can't do that. We don't know what kind of ability he has. Lynch says, what if his ability lets him shrink? Makes this plan moot, doesn't it? Just playing devil's advocate. Okay, so they're looking for someone at Hisoka's height. That's all they have to go off of? Height? But sure enough, there, standing in the crowd, a really tall guy dressed in black. Obviously Hisoka. They spot Hisoka in the crowd, follow him to an isolated area. Lynch goes up to him saying, hey, are you Hisoka? Hisoka doesn't say much and then says, who are you? Lynch says, Lynch, and you? And before Hisoka can say anything, she decks him in the stomach. And he doesn't really much flinch. He's taken a little off guard, but he doesn't move. And then next thing you know, Lynch falls to the ground, much to the shock of Zakuro. Is she dead? I think she punched her back. Like the moment she went to strike him, he just went because he says, "Oops, sorry, that was a reflex." Yeah, that's definitely Hisoka. His speech bubble has a diamond. Hisoka then asks the girl, so what do you want? Sakura thinks he's far more powerful than Link. This pressure, more importantly, its overwhelming aura. He's the real deal. Sakura then asks, "You're Hisoka, right?" Hisoka doesn't respond, saying, I guess you didn't hear me. I thought I was the one asking questions here. Lynch then lets out a bit of a groan, so I think she's still alive. Shoot, she should be glad that she got so lucky. Zakuro just spills the beans. We don't know the details, but the Mafia's looking for you. If you want to know more, you're welcome to come with us. So, I guess maybe I was a little confused because I thought the Zhu wanted to side with the Phantom Troop by finding Hisoka. But I do know that the Phantom Troop has kind of gotten cozy with the Cha-R family. So you have three families, the Shu, the Hei Li, and the Cha-R family. The Cha-R have already formed an alliance with the Phantom Troop to a certain extent, mostly because of the killings that the Hei Li have been doing. They've been just going around killing whoever they can. But I guess the Shiyu have already known that the Cha-R have formed a bit of an alliance with the Phantom Troop, so they're trying to get in with Hisoka. Maybe? Maybe I'm a little lost. But Hisoka gives a little bit of a devious smile, which of course unnerves the hell of Zakuro. Now we pick up with members of the Cha-R family. Oh jeez. There's way too many characters whose names I'm not familiar with. We see one member, Sudonk, saying to one lady in a shop, there were a bunch of shootings in the plaza in Area E. Soldiers shooting each other. You having a fight with civilians, stuff like that. Well, I wouldn't be so sure that was a civilian. Were you able to ask anyone in the military? The old lady says, thanks for the business. There's a gag order in effect. It's going to be all-out war, right? Though the foot soldiers sent to the lower decks will talk for the right price. But then again, the information may be worthless. Sedong says, yeah, on a different note, do you happen to sell any autograph boards? She says, what? Are you out of your mind? I don't have space for stuff like that. I only carry stuff that desperate people would pay 10 times the suggested retail price for. What do you think that's worth? Sedong says, right now I'd pay 100 times the price. The old lady says, booze, cigarettes, painkillers, ingredients for illegal drugs, and their implements, addictive substances. Sedong thinks, yeah, it's not something you usually need. Should I use something else? No, wait. He says, no place on tier 3 from the malls and the black market is going to carry something like that. Oh, the old lady said that. Sedong thinks to himself, if I'm going to ask, I want it on proper autograph board. And I don't want them to think I grabbed whatever I had on hand. An autograph board has a special meaning here. Oh, right. He's a fan of the Phantom Troop. Okay, that's what it was. Asking them to sign my shirt would show passion and works when you bump into someone. But not in this situation because I have the time to get ready before I ask. We are really spending time on this, huh? The old lady says if you really need one, you should find a dealer at a general store on tier 1. Sedong says there's dealers for stuff like that? For sure? The old lady says sure are. And if it's not on the ship, they'll bring it from shore. Give them info on what you want and they'll deliver it. It's a service only for the wealthy, but try finding that dealer. The deadline for ordering on the last airship is day 14 of the voyage. The deadline via high-speed boat is 3 days prior. Something small could be sent separately via drone, so the deadline could be stretched. Well, it's all about who you know and how much you pay. Sedong says, I see. Thanks. Over 6'2" with... He thinks to himself, over 6'2" with a sinister vibe. Wait, what? Over 6'2" with a... What? What is going on? He then meets up with other members of the Cha-R family. Kenny, who's the underboss, and a few others. Kenny says Shiyu had a skirmish in the area. Or is Sedong saying this? There's too many characters. He says Shiyu had a skirmish in Area E Plaza. Okay, so Sedong was the one saying over 6'2" with a sinister vibe. That's the information that most people are going off of to find Hisoka. Sedong thinks to himself, I'll find Hisoka and ask for an autograph board as a reward. You're gonna get killed. That's what's gonna happen to you. One of the Cha-R tells Kenny, seems to be Heinrich. Kenny says, let's go to Area E. Sadonk thinks to himself, 4 days until the deadline. Gee. Kenny tells Sadonk and a few other members, you guys stick around and gather more information from here to Area C. Then go back to the office and let the troop know. Sadonk says, yes sir, and walks off. Kenny thinks to himself, this is quite a sticky situation. I thought the Phantom Troop would split up once they started their search of Tier 4, but as long as they're holed up in the office, I can't move freely. Honestly, for a while I'd forgotten about that weird alliance that happened because of the one guy killing for the Haley, the guy with the scar. Kenny thinks to himself, the Haley assassin already marked the office. If they decide to just wait for him there, they have a keen sense for combat. They sniffed out the firing ground between the 3 Kakian Mafia families without any prior information, and the 3 of them agree that the key to reaching Hisoka was using assassins. They are a cool-headed pack of predators who won't divide their attention. It'll be difficult for us to trick or manipulate them into action, so we should let the Haley deal with the spider. We should focus on finding Hisoka. Yeah. The dude with the scar, Luini, I think. He took an interest in the Phantom Troop and is looking to go after them. Trying to get a read on them, trying to catch them off guard. There's a whole bunch of weird stuff he's after when it comes to them. Probably because he thinks that if he kills them, that'll increase his level that much more. I think that was it, if I remember correctly. So, okay, I gotta remember that. Haley killing people to increase their levels for their leader. The GU have come into contact with Hisoka, but still they're trying to find and kill the leader of the Haley, and the Cha'ar have allied with the Phantom Troop currently, but it's kind of a shaky alliance. It is more of Haley's killing our people, you kill the Haley, we help give you the run of whatever you need. The old man who talked with Franklin previously, Itoku, Kenny remembers what he said. The troop is looking for Hisoka in order to kill him. Once that's done, they'll head to Tier 1 for whatever treasure they're after. The situation will change depending on what that is. There are too many unknowns at the moment. Get rid of them one by one. Okay. So they know that even if the Phantom Troop finds what they're after, they know what the Phantom Troop did in York New. So they don't want to leave any kind of loose ends with the Phantom Troop, because what the Phantom Troop does is just too unpredictable. But, I don't know. You know what the Phantom Troop is capable of. Why poke the bear like that? Kenny thinks to himself, Hisoka first. He then tells his crew, if the civilian who fought GU was Hisoka, they beat us to him, but that's still the second best outcome. Henrik would be on the same page as us. Use Hisoka to crush Haley and the troop to maintain balance. The probability of finding Hisoka first, the priority is finding Hisoka first, then Haley. We don't even know how many of them there are. They might use Nen, so don't go alone. So both sides are going to try to create a situation where the Haley are kind of caught in the middle of the fight between Hisoka and the troop. And both sides are going to try to manipulate them to push them towards destroying the Haley to maintain the balance of the Mafia family's kind of power struggle. At least I think that's what I'm getting from this. Kenny tells the crew, Hisoka is dangerous. He was a floor master at the Heavens Arena. If you find him, let me know, and don't approach until I get there. Someone should have told Lynch and Zakuro about that. Kenny says, once Heinrich or I succeed in negotiating with Hisoka, we move to the next phase. We watch from afar as the troop and the Haley hack away at each other. And as all of the members of the Cha'ar walk off to do their duty, Kenny thinks to himself, if Hisoka is capable of crushing the troop, it would be easier to let them duke it out. But from the clips of the Heavens Arena, it looks like Hisoka enjoys creating unfavorable circumstances for himself on purpose. This is a group of highly unpredictable people. Hey, at least somebody knows that before going in. They then cut to the base of the Cha'ar. Some members are hanging out in one area. The Phantom Troop members, Nobunaga and Finks, seem to be playing cards in the back area while Phaeton reads. One person is monitoring the camera, saying nothing unusual. Nobunaga then says to Finks, hey, we should get Franklin and split into pairs. Then we could take turns searching outside. Fink says, I think he'd refuse. He hates confined spaces. Nobunaga says, then I'll team up with Franklin and you guys stay here. Fink's questions, huh? Who's the guy snoring on the bed? Phaeton says, it's true. Enemy hard to come here if 3 of us on alert. But no point if we run out of patience before then. There's then a knocking at the Cha'ar door. The guys inside say, ooh, the search party's back. The guy goes towards the door saying, hold on, I'm coming. But another guy who is monitoring the camera says, no, wait, don't. The troop, they're coming. What the heck is that? He points to the door and you see Lin Yu's arm coming out of his little portal banging on the door. As the trooper's watching the cameras, Fink says, that jerk. He could launch a sneak attack if he wanted to. He's just toying with us. The one guy notices on another camera saying, over here, the search party's back. The troop go to check in the other door to talk to the rest of the Char, but see no one's there. Fink says, and they've been taken. Nobunaga says, if they can't use Nen, I guess it doesn't matter how many there are on alert. The guy who was monitoring the cameras goes to the door, sees the troop and says, wait, where is everyone? Nobunaga tells him, you stay in there. Keep the door locked. Check on the search party. Let us know if anything happens. Man says, okay. And he closes the door. You then see Luani's portal start to form on the door, slowly opening up as he says, hey, it's not like you. It's not like you at all. You guys could wipe out Char, bust down that door, and slaughter all the loaded, rotten scoundrels in the upper tiers, couldn't you? Aren't you behaving yourselves a bit too much? I'm kind of disappointed. Fink says, slaughter? That's stupid. This is the apocalypse. Phaeton asks, what do you know about us anyway? Of all things he says, Looney says, the wiki page says you're diabolical thieves, but I guess it was exaggerating. You read the wiki. Dang it. Want me to edit your entry for you? Nobunaga brandishes his sword and says, sure, go ahead. Just say we show no mercy to dudes who tick us off. Okay, so things are starting to get a little bit more streamlined because I feel like I have to refresh myself on everything that's going on every once in a while. So you have the 3 mafia families, the Shuyu, the Eli, the Sha'a. The Shiyu, their benefactor is Prince Zhang Li. The underboss Heinrich has been searching for Hisoka, trying to take out the boss of the Heili along the way. Lynch and Zakuro have come into contact with Hisoka. He might be interested in allying with the Jiyu to some degree, but probably he's going to end up killing them all to a certain degree as well. It's hard to say. The Heili, their benefactor is Sarainik, who is Kurapika's target. They're led by Morena, who is an illegitimate child of the king with no claims to the throne. She seems to have a burn it all down mentality going on, as it has empowered her followers to just go out a killing spree in order to increase their Nen abilities and power. She's a major target of the 2 other families because she's disrupting shit. I don't know if she's just trying to get their numbers down to, make sure she's the big boss, but she's really playing dirty. And then we have the family we've had the most experience with because they're the first to come in contact with the Phantom Troop, the Cha'ar family. Their benefactor is Prince Lazarus, and Lazarus seems to be level-headed too, a lot like Zhang Li. So, we know Sarainik's a bastard of bastards. But the Phantom Troop has been working well with the Cha'ar family, but of course their intention is mainly just to get the Phantom Troop to take out the Heili, take out Hisoka, and take out whoever needs to be taken out so that there's less problems on the ship. So a lot going on, a lot happening, a lot to keep up with, but it's interesting enough so far. Things are finally in motion. The pieces are where they need to be. Maybe things will start getting sorted out. Which is saying something because we're not even dealing with Kurapika. God, we've gotten so far away from what else we were doing. Leave it to Togashi to make a more complicated situation than he really needed to, but it is an excuse for a lot of people to die. So tell me your thoughts in the comment section below. Am I confused or mixed up on anything? Help me out. Let me know. But that's been my reaction. Tell me your thoughts in the comment section below. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications. I've been Duuz-Diz-Din, and I hope to see you in the next video. Till then, bye-bye.